necessary sacrifices to elevate the human race above its interstellar rivals. They needed Cerberus, and Cerberus couldn't exist without the elusive man. As a man of vision, he understood this. Without Cerberus, humanity was doomed to an existence of groveling subservience at the feet of alien masters. Still, there were those who would call what he did criminal, unethical, amoral. History would vindicate him, but until it did, he and his followers were forced to exist in hiding, working toward their goals in secret. The images on the vid changed, now showing the face of Commander Shepard. The first human Spectre, Shepard had been instrumental in defeating Saren and his Geth, or so the official reports claimed. The elusive man couldn't help but wonder how much those official reports left out. He knew there was more to the attack than a rogue Turian Spectre leading an army of Geth against the Council. There was Sovereign, for one, Saren's magnificent flagship. The vids maintained it was a Geth creation, but only the blind or the foolish would accept that explanation. Any vessel able to withstand the combined power of the Alliance and Council fleets was too advanced, too far beyond the capabilities of any other ship in the galaxy to have been created by any of the known species. It was clear there were certain things those in charge didn't want the general public to know. They were afraid of causing a panic. They were spinning the facts and distorting the truth, while they began the long, slow process of hunting down and exterminating the last pockets of Geth resistance scattered across Council space. But Cerberus had people in the Alliance, high-ranking people. In time, every classified detail of the attack would filter down to the elusive man. It might take weeks, maybe even months, before he knew the whole truth. But he could wait. He was a patient man. Yet he couldn't deny these were interesting times. For the past decade, the three species seated on the Council, Solarians, Turians, and Asari, had fought to keep humanity at bay, slamming door after door in its face. Now those doors had been blown off their hinges. The Citadel forces had been decimated by the Geth, leaving the Alliance fleet unchallenged as the galaxy's single most dominant power. Even the Council, fundamentally unchanged for nearly 1,000 years, had been radically restructured. Some believed this marked an end to the tyranny of the alien triumvirate and the beginning of humanity's unstoppable rise. The elusive man, however, understood that holding on to power was far more difficult than seizing it. Whatever political advantage the Alliance might gain in the short term would be temporary at best. Little by little, the impact of Shepard's actions and the heroics of the Alliance fleet would fade in the galaxy's collective consciousness. The admiration and gratitude of alien governments would slowly wane, replaced by suspicion and resentment. Over time, they would rebuild their fleets. And inevitably, the other species would once again vie for power, seeking to elevate themselves at humanity's expense. Humanity had taken a bold step forward, but the journey was far from complete. There were many more battles still to be fought in the struggle for galactic dominance on many different fronts. The attacks on the Citadel were just one small piece of the greater puzzle, and he would deal with them in their proper time. Right now, there were more immediate concerns. His attention needed to be focused elsewhere. As a man of vision, he understood the necessity of having more than one plan. He knew when to wait and when to push forward. And the time had come to push forward with their asset inside the Ascension Project. Chapter 1. Paul Grayson never used to dream. As a young man he had slept untroubled through the night, but those days of innocence were many years gone. They were 2 hours into the flight, another 4 until they reached their destination. Grayson checked the status of the ship's engines and mass drive, then confirmed their route on the navigation screens for the 4th time in the past hour. There wasn't much else a pilot needed to do en route. Everything was fully automated while the ship was in FTL.